Good afternoon. It's Saturday here in London. Rather brisk, cold winter's day in February. I'm taking advantage of the little bit of window of free time and quiet that I get in this busy family house. And one of the key things is that recently I've been putting together a video series of thoughts, ideas, sharings, experiences, and things that seem to hold value for me, and I hope they hold value for you on this journey towards a more empowered life that I'm particularly on. Many things come and go all the time, and to be in one's flow, there are certain things that one does or needs to do, or basically I look to the people who are successful, who seem to be doing it in a very kind of benevolent way that I align myself with, that I'm particularly congruent with, that I go for. One of the key things is that, jump out of bed being grateful for what is in front of us. And sometimes, if there's a big thing looming, a big project or a big deadline, that can be a bit daunting. But the more grateful we are, I think the more things flow. A little bit of yoga, a little bit of Tai Chi, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of calm and kind of meditation to just kind of get some focus so that the rest of the day is there. And then setting down an intention and purpose and rereading what my vision is and what I'm setting out to do as my goals and so on. And then carry on and having a good start to the day, fresh juicing, good breakfast, and then basically boom, that's the start of the day, which is a pretty good start. It's really nice actually. And the kids and the family love it too, so it's been quite fun. However, they're out and about, and I'm in here taking advantage to something else that I like to do is actually read a little bit of something of value every day that also holds little nuggets of things that can be reminders or guidelines or just great visions and great shared dreams. And this happens to be one of them that I'm particularly keen on. Is I've been reading this book, and I shared with them recently, is Are You Ready for Success? It's an interesting one. It has its own kinds of things, but it's kind of like the Deepak Chopra of kind of maybe the financial wealth and richness, but it's very deep. And here's a reading that I think is very cool, because mindset is so valuable in how we view the world, of whether it's a kind place or whether it's a struggling, challenging place. Because we all have challenges with it, but some people may not see them as opportunity, may see them as a hassle. So here we go. He was a lord of the realm, dignified, aristocratic, and imbued with noblesse oblige. He would have lunch at his club every day, and then take a brisk constitutional. His assistant would tag along, and he would issue instructions as they walked, and much business was usually accomplished. He would pass a panhandler every day at the same corner, and would drop 10 shillings into his hat. That was a goodly sum in those days, and the recipient showed no gratitude. He was rude, ungracious, frequently inebriated, and sometimes he was even vituperative, excuse my pronunciation. And one day, when the tramp was even more disagreeable than usual, the assistant could not contain himself. "Your lordship, why do you continue to give money to such an undeserving hobo?" he queried. "What would you do if you were in my position?" the lord queried. "I would tell him what he could do with himself," said the assistant with feeling. "There was a time when I did that," assented the lord, "but then I realized what I was doing. It is my nature to help those that are not as fortunate as myself, and when I brushed him off in anger because of his surliness, I was letting him dictate how I would behave. And I will not let a wine-sotted, foul-mouthed, unwashed vagrant decide my behavior." Now, as we know, basically our kind of state of mind and state of emotion will often determine our behavior. And I think